Hey, what's going on, y'all? welcome, welcome to another episode of Let's Get Into It. Mesa, I'm loving the hair.
Oh, thank you.
It's giving sophisticated.
Right.
Beyonce in that movie when she was playing. Who was she playing in that movie? Cadillac Records.
Yes, that's how I was going for Etta James.
Etta James.
Yes, the Etta James. No, you gotta be like, ooh, I'd rather go blind, boy. No, I'm giving the one where she's in the tub. she's laid out sweating in the tub.
The part that was killing me was when Etta James was sitting when Beyonce was sitting at the table trying to get a drink, and all the white waiters was
he
was like, "Can I get a drink?
Fucking drink?" And no, the way she was saying restaurant, it was the restaurant for me. This is restaurant.
Oh, you know, Etta James didn't like the fact that Beyonce was playing her. She didn't like
really?
that. She didn't like it. But I think because she didn't choose it, you know, like Aretha Franklin chose Jennifer Hudson to play her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that Etta James chose Beyonce.
I don't know why. Well, who knows? But I think she did a pretty good job.
Speaking of Beyonce, unless you've been under a rock.
Hey, Kimmy. Hey, Jay Rucker.
Hey, Kimmy. Hey, Cheryl. And Jay Rucker. In case y'all been under the rock, I don't know how you wouldn't know this, but I think it was Sunday night, like around midnight.
It was Monday.
Was it Monday night?
Because it was Monday midnight because we was on live and we was like, we gotta go because we need to stay.
Oh yeah, we was doing a live. I do remember.
Yeah, it was Monday. Tuesday morning, to be specific. It was Beyonce released her new single.
But before that, she announced that she was gonna go on. Well, not go on tour. I'm jumping ahead. She announced the album.
You just trying to pull her to work, and she said she done fell in love with her job.
It's gonna be a tour. I already know it's gonna be a tour, and I already set aside how much money I'm gonna spend on the ticket.
Okay.
So I already went through that. I already went through that in my mind. I don't know if I'm cheap, but I'm thinking about maybe $500, $600 is a good enough seat.
Yeah, that's a lot because my seat will be free from the house. Like,
but it's a totally different experience if you go to the concert and see it in person.
Yeah, it is because I went to a couple of concerts.
It's so much fun.
Yeah,
I went on the last concert tour that she did, but she was on the run too, and I vowed I would always come and see her if I can. When she comes,
but I know she gives a performance. I know she goes in. She's gonna give it. She's gonna leave it on the stage.
She gives a full performance, and when I tell you my legs were tired because I was standing up the entire time. I think the show started like around 6, 7, and didn't end till like after midnight, and my legs was tired. I was ready.
See, I don't got that much in me no more. I fell asleep. See, I ain't got it in me no more. I don't. Between my nerves, I got bad nerves now. It's gonna be somebody start screaming like Beyonce because they excited. I'm like, they shooting. I'm gonna cause a whole riot. So I'll just stay home.
But out of a lot of celebrities, I do like and admire how she operates in the business. She is one person that used to like not even announce the fact that she's gonna have an album coming out. Right. So the fact that she announced this one says a lot. This is a part 1 of a part 2. The album is being called Renaissance. It's coming out July 29th. I'm assuming the tour is gonna start in like August, September. So I already got my PTO lined up. I already got my ticket money. Even if I don't have a PTO, I'm gonna be off.
Right, because you like, I'm sick.
I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna be sick on those days.
Isn't this it?
I'm the day before and the day after, I'm gonna be sick. But I'm really excited for the album. She released the single.
But did she release a single, or because I heard about 3 songs? I know that wasn't all the singles.
She only released 1 single, so whatever other songs you heard is not real. She only released the "Break My Soul."
Okay, because do you know the song that I sent you that I played a little bit of? I think I sent you a little bit of the song, and I told you because she had the same beat as from Jay-Z to Take Over.
Yeah, but I don't think that was the official.
That wasn't the official song.
Yeah, I don't think that was the official song. But she released "Break My Soul" the other day, What did you think about the song? Because I really like it.
I like it. It's giving me my 90s house music. It's definitely giving the house music. I'm seeing the ballrooms just going down, people death dropping to it. The fact that she had Big Frida on there talking about, ooh, release the wiggle, release the wiggle. Like what? I love me some Big Frida.
I think Big Frida works perfectly with the sound that she was going for this song.
Yeah.
He fits right along in, and he's worked with her in the past. He did Formation, so
yeah,
he's getting that check. He was probably sitting on this for a while. I'm waiting for the video to come out because the video I'm expecting some choreography.
I just like Big Frida. I really, really love her. I miss her show that used to come on Fuse.
Does Big Frida go by him or
I don't know? I call her. I call her her. I call her Big Frida, but I usually refer to her as a female because I don't know. She just gives me female. And now that she's wearing the wigs all the time, she just reminds me of somebody auntie. She Big Frida to me. She
getting the money, so I would guess you is the auntie.
Yeah, I don't know what she prefers to be called because I don't think she ever said. Mm-hmm. I don't believe she ever said, but you know, she just.
I don't think Big Frida minds wherever.
Yeah.
Say it. I don't think it's a problem or an issue, but I do really, really like the song. It's been on repeat. It's been ridiculous.
Let me find out you in there knees moving.
Not my knees. My knees ain't.
The knees just going.
But it is reminiscent of the early 90s, like when the early 90s.
Yeah, she's giving me what's that black sounds of blackness or that like that house music. Yeah.
That era. I really liked it. I really am looking forward to this album. I was hoping, I didn't know which direction she was gonna go with it because she's been on this African historical cultural thing for a while.
But it does give me a little bit of the African because that's what house music, you know, stemmed from, like that those hard hitting drum beats and that. So it was given a lot of, you know.
Hey, Robin.
I could see, you know, Alex Haley, you know, the dancers from Alex Haley in the back.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure it's going to be one of those songs in there. I'm sure.
Right. People are just getting this contract, release.
Afrobeat. That's the word I was
thinking. Yeah. That's what
she's been on that kind of lately. And her last Lion King thing was a whole Afrobeats album, which was a good album. But we want something different. We want to have fun. And I think that we went through the pandemic. People are wanting to have fun. People are comparing her album to Drake's album, which he dropped without announcing, and people are trashing Drake for his album. They're saying it sucks. But the sound is similar to Beyonce. So y'all like Beyonce, but y'all don't like the Drake album.
Right, and Drake, I don't even call him Drake. His name is Jimmy.
Jimmy?
He's going to be Jimmy to me forever because I am a fan of Degrassi. And when Jimmy got shot down to the bathroom because that nerd shot him, and because that nerd was being bullied, but Jimmy didn't even have nothing to do with it. Jimmy was playing basketball, being nice to everybody. The nerd went in the bathroom and shot Jimmy, and Jimmy was paralyzed down to the wheelchair.
So I watched Degrassi, so I can't really say. I'm trying to fix this light that I have because I was trying to get it out of the way because I need to see what I'm doing because we're gonna have to get in the gutter real quick.
Yeah, because when Drake first started rapping, I was like, Jimmy. I was like so excited because I was like, Jimmy. Because I love Degrassi. Like,
we're gonna have to talk about your favorite artist, Saucy No Sauce.
We watched the original ones, and then they had the next generation. Then they have a new one. Oh my God!
We're gonna have to talk about.
How you gonna put that picture up? Don't even do Saucy like that. Don't do
I'm gonna do Saucy like this, and I'm gonna do Saucy like this every time because Saucy is disrespectful. So you open the gates for people to be disrespectful towards you. So this is him after he got shot.
Right, because he's a celebrity. I'm a celebrity.
Him crying and snotting, you know, after he was shot.
No, but that lady that was on the side, that cop, the paramedic, wipe your nose.
He was a fool because he could have really died that night. But I don't wish that on anybody. But at the same time, disrespect gets disrespect. So basically, what happened was, in case y'all don't know, somebody did some digging on Twitter and they found old tweets of Saucy No Sauce talking about Blue Ivy hair. And I'm just gonna read the tweets. Let me share it right quick.
Oh my God! See, I'm gonna have to bust open the wine for this.
You ready?
Yeah, I got my Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir. Pinot Noir.
How y'all doing tonight? I'm drinking a little bit of Jack, just a little bit, We're midweek.
Just a dab.
So Saucy No Sauce writes, I just want to be Blue Ivy, nappy headed. Then he has the eyes. And then he also writes, he or she also writes, I'm sorry, but Northwest clears Blue Ivy. Have several car seats blue. Just said this yesterday. Then she said, she looked dry to me. Beyonce with that mother effing pregnancy glow. So you talking about a child and compare her to another child and call her nappy head. What do you think about that? That's your favorite artist.
He's one of my faves. I do like Saucy, and you know Beyonce. You know, that's my sister from another mister. But I'm a little conflicted because I'm like, he was younger. It's not that he didn't know better, but he was writing stuff out of ignorance. Like, he was being really ignorant while writing. I think he knows better now. And I think he was being ignorant, and because people were saying that, like, shit, I looked at Blue Ivy head and said, when's she gonna do this girl hair? I'm thinking, like, I honestly thought, like, when's she gonna do this girl hair? I didn't say it was nappy or anything, but I thought it was just unkept. But I realized that, you know, Tina is a beautician and they know best. You understand? So not touching the child's hair is best and not doing too much. And we see how her hair is now. You know, blue.
Her hair is beautiful.
Blue clears now. You know what I'm saying? Blue's clearing everybody now due to her mother handling her hair the way that she did.
But why do we as a people judge each other's hair so hardly, especially children?
Because this is what society gave us. Like, we judge each other on look, skin tone, and everything. It's children
who.
But it's the world that we were given. Like, people look at people's kids and be like, they'll sit there and smile on the kid's face, and as soon as that's an ugly child. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but I feel like some people don't have room to talk. Look at
he doesn't. He shouldn't have been talking that. Now, let's be clear. He should not have been talking about Blue or anybody's child because it's inappropriate. And especially you're tweeting these things. That's kitchen table talk. If you were to talk to your friends or whatever and be like, oh my God, Blue hair. But you shouldn't have been putting that out loud in the public about a child. That was dead wrong.
Even Beyonce cousin had to get on there and say, get online and say, dear brown skinned girls and women, you are beautiful just the way you are. I just feel like when the tweets came out, and I do understand that people like to use old tweets of people to try to bully them and other stuff, and I get that. But given the fact that you are currently sampling Beyonce's music in your music, and given the fact that you might want to work with her in the future, also given the fact that she has a lot of influence in the industry, seems like you would have just said, you know what? I'm apologize. It's nothing wrong with saying I'm sorry. It's not bullying.
But I think he did. He didn't say I'm sorry. I think he apologized the right way. I think because that's what I would have said. Because I'm not going to say I'm sorry because I said it. I want to say I'm young. I was young. I didn't know. I should have minded my mouth because he probably still think the way he think. He probably still feel the way he felt then. But he shouldn't have said it. He said I was young. I was sitting there broke at home and being evil and said this stuff. That's apology enough for me. I don't think we need to have him dragged around and say, oh, I'm so sorry, Beyonce. Oh my God. You know, whatever. Mm-hmm. I think that was an apology. Like, look, I was home broke, being petty. being childish, and I wrote some things that I shouldn't have wrote.
But as a grown man slash potato slash I don't know what you are this week, for you to be judging children, like at this time, Blue wasn't even. I don't think she was 5.
But this goes to say about what's going on in society. This is bigger than Saucy. This is even bigger than Beyonce. This is what's going on in society and us as Black people, like how we judge and look at each other and say these other mixed children or children that looks better than our children, because this is the world that we were given. Like
it was Shar says, no excuse. This was not ignorance. It was mean. It was
mean. It was very mean. And like he said, he was sitting home broke, being mean.
So you bully children online?
And that was wrong. Like it was wrong of him. He shouldn't have.
I didn't like the apology. I didn't like it.
I don't think it wasn't a full apology. He said that, he will apologize directly to Beyonce or whoever or whatever. But he said what he said. And at least he's standing in it. At least he ain't backpedaling and saying, well, such and such. He said what he said. It wasn't right. And he's standing in it.
You don't have to backpedal.
I think he's standing in what he said. He said why he said it, the reasoning behind why he put it out there. And that basically, when we see if Saucy,
I don't feel like we should attack other Black people for
shouldn't.
Black features.
But this is the world that we were given. This is what I don't understand. When people need to get it, like when they say like it's pretty privilege, it is.
She's a child. She's not supposed to be pretty for you. She
is gorgeous. I think she was a gorgeous child. I personally
love her hair. I love her hair. And I think
her hair is beautiful. And by her mother leaving her hair natural is the reason why her hair is so healthy and beautiful today.
And look at this picture looking like her mama.
This is, I'm saying, she's a gorgeous girl, and he shouldn't have said that. We shouldn't be judging kids. We shouldn't be looking at kids. We shouldn't be judging each other.
I'm not saying cancel because I don't necessarily like cancel culture, but I think that by Saucy acting the way he's acting regarding this, it's going to hurt him in the long run. As Carrie Hilson.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying.
People that career just flipped and flopped because...
And he probably never thought, like he said, his intentions wasn't to be a rapper. Like he probably never thought his little tweets would ever become a big subject like that. Like, because he's not the only one that said it. He's not the only one. Like
he wasn't the only one who said it, but when you are put on the spot, you have to own it. But
he did own it. I think he owned it. He did.
He didn't own it the way I wanted him to own it.
You would want him to apologize. You want him to be like,
I'm sorry.
But he's probably not. You want him to lie? Like he probably's not sorry. He probably's like, I was ignorant for saying it.
And he gonna stay performing at where he's performing at. And
he gonna be shaking his butt down to the to where he may not be shaking it at all after the Beyonce and the Beehive get through him, and this is something that he has to eat.
I don't even know if the Beehive really attacked him because we were kind of distracted on other stuff like Beyonce releasing the album. We wasn't really, we was kind of distracted. So
I had to handle other pressing matters. We had to handle other press. We'll get back to him later. But
because you remember when they got to Trick and they put out the reviews out when he said what he said that Beyonce couldn't sing, and they put out negative reviews.
Yeah, but Trick Daddy, that was like Trick. Why are you talking about somebody? Just shut up. That was a just shut up.
Y'all love to hate, but like her or not, she is making people excited about music. I'm excited. I already set my money aside.
Right, you got prepared.
I'm about to go with
you practicing coughs and stuff like how I'm a cough. Should I do it like this?
Yeah, I'm gonna think. I think I'm gonna just say I'm not gonna be here tomorrow. I'm just not gonna be here. I'm just not. So we're gonna move on to the next thing. Monique issued a fake apology after receiving pressure from, I guess, 50 Cent. And she also received a settlement from Netflix.
I think it was a settlement. I don't think it was 50 Cent pressure. I think it was, when people get money, you just get happy.
The people are saying that she received $50 million in settlement money.
I apologize to his ass too.
I wouldn't say nothing. What's the point? You already got the money.
Because now that she's got a taste of money, money begets money. That 50 million needs another 100 million behind it to even make that 50 million last. So therefore, when she has a taste, like this is probably her real lump sum of money in a while. 50 million? You understand? So imagine allegedly.
Because
so imagine if she had gotten $50 million. You like $50 million? Wait a minute, because 50 million, you're gonna have taxes on that. You're gonna have it's gonna be with more money. It costs more, so you're gonna have to still get into people's good graces to keep you working to
pay your taxes.
To upkeep that 50 million. So she probably was laid down. Because if I was having been laid to the bed with Daddy and been like, Daddy
is just along for the ride.
Since we laying here naked in this $50 million. I think I'm gonna go ahead and issue an apology to that DL. They be like, DL who? You know, he throwing the money up in the back like, who's DL? You know, we like.
Don't be worried about it. If I got 50 million, I would just move on. But
no, because she needs to make more money. Once you have money, you need to make more money. Money begets money. So she knows she's gonna have to apologize because now you're putting it back like you was bringing up someone's abuse. Mm-hmm. Like that was wrong. Like a lot of people are not, and he made a point. It's always Tyler Perry, it's Lee Daniels, it's Oprah, now me. At some time, it's you. You understand?
Yeah. It is you at this point. You're fighting everybody. It can't be Oprah, Lee Daniels, D.L. Hughley, and whoever you mad at the moment. But you
and she probably seen the backlash because, like, even her, she probably even seen on one leg with the accusations that she was hurling at him, saying that she was the headliner and stuff, because even the pictures that D.L. Hughley put up, his picture was large, her picture was small. His name was large, her name was small. The contract she had was some contract I think allegedly her daddy drew up. So, like, who was the headliner? I believe the promoter, like, get in contact with the promoter. That's the only way you will be able to get to the bottom of it.
Right, and Daddy is your manager, so get management to take care of that. Why are you acting stupid?
Yeah, she shouldn't have been strutting across the stage, talking about his wife, talking about his daughter. She shouldn't have done that, and she knows people are going to side eye her. And now you got this 50 million from Netflix. You're going to need more money to upkeep this money.
Mm-hmm. But I do want to play the interview. I mean, not the interview, the apology. Some people are not feeling the apology, but y'all listen to it and let me know what y'all think.
And I like to consider myself a woman of honor. So I've got to do something right now publicly that I did publicly. And when I fuck it up, I've got to fix it up. So I'm going to take care of it right now. Okay. To D.L. Hughley's family, I want to publicly apologize if I hurt anyone's feelings.
And also, Monique is someone who I don't think apologized the right way. I feel she should have got on the video like she did with Daddy and say, "My sweet babies, I apologize. You know, I was wrong.
And I love you for real."
Because you're in a crowd full of people, and really, I could barely hear what she was saying.
I think she's going to have a future in preaching and becoming, you know, she gives me prophetess. You know, she gives me that she could walk down on people, touch them, and they just fall.
No, she doesn't.
The way she steps across stage and she pulls people in with that, you know, that motherly big sister feeling, like, you know, I love you, my sweet babies. You know, she pulls them in, my sweet babies.
I don't think so. But I do think that she's very talented and she's funny and she's a good actress. And she's currently working with 50 Cent on
Raising
Kanan. So I don't know what type of character she's going to be. Probably a drug addict.
I hope she can play. I don't think she's a drug addict, because the way they had her dressed down to the thing, she looked like she was a player. Like she came to. They got to play. You know what they're going to do with her? I'm telling you what 50 Cent's going to do. Her. She's going to get the chance that she didn't get with Empire. She's going to be a cookie character. Watch. Mark my words. She's going to be She's going to be like a Cookie character. She's going to have that gangster because that she was originally supposed to play the character Cookie. Mm-hmm. And from what's that? Empire.
Yeah, but she's a little bit older.
No, I said, but she is older, but she still could bring that gangster thing because that's where the real gangsters are. The older women, the ones in 50s and 60s, those are the real gangsters.
But I did like Raising Kanan, so I do think.
Yeah, I think she's gonna come in. Maybe she'll come in as a big sister to the one that talks like she always chewing gum. I wish they just cut out the mother. She the voice gets on my nerves. Look, Kanan. Like she talks like she's a ventriloquist. Like, my lips don't move. I'm just smoking cigarettes and being ventriloquistly. Like real. She just like, what is that accent? Stop. Like,
are you talking about the one that plays the cop?
No, that plays the mother. Her voice.
I don't think that she does that.
Listen, yes, go back because her voice. She doesn't even sound like that. She sounds like a white woman when she talks.
That's probably her normal talking voice.
No, it's not her normal talk because I've watched her talk. She was just on Good Morning America, but with not Regis, Kelly and Ryan or whatever. And she doesn't speak like that. She's a Broadway actress and a dancer. Like she doesn't speak the way she talks. That's the character. Like that she's playing some voice made up for the character. But listen to the voice. It's weird. Am I bugging? She talks like she got a mouthful of bubble gum. And that her mouth doesn't move, and like she's talking like through her teeth. Like she talks like the lieutenant on New York Undercover. Look, guys, look, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it, and she talks real like.
I don't think she's that much of a character.
She's trying to portray a character that I don't know exists. I don't. And the voice has to change for me.
I don't know. Maybe so.
Listen to it.
We're going to move on to the next topic. We have DJ Academics, who was under fire and receiving backlash for his comments about dating underage girls. He said, there's not much of a difference between a 21-year-old and a 17-year-old. But I want y'all to listen to this and we'll go from there.
About it in the bigger scheme of things, there's not much difference between a 20 or a 17 or a 21 and a 17. Just kind of mean one's a minor and one's not a minor. But I will say, listen, I adopted this rule, which I think was fine. I said, listen, man, as long as the chick got a college ID, she's getting I don't care if she's 17. I don't care if she's 17 and a half. I don't care if she just turned 17. She's going to get this dick. And
so... what do you think about that? Y'all trying to run down DJ Academics? Macy, muted.
While it's an ignorant statement, it happens every day, B. It's an ignorant statement, but I personally don't think it's that much different. Like, because when they say, like, even with these gun laws, we raised the age of buying assault rifles in New York from 18 to 21. What's the difference? Like, so I'm gonna wait it's not that much of a difference, and it's just 5 to 10. Like, you going to jail. That's going to be the difference. Like, you going to jail, so you might as well get some ID and make sure these women are 18. This is not 1992.
That 17-year-old is probably in 11th grade, probably catching a school bus.
But there was some 17-year-olds are in college.
But still, that doesn't make it right.
No, it doesn't make it right at all.
To me,
let's be clear. That is not right. Like I said, the difference is you going to jail. You understand? Because it's statutory rape. That's the difference. But
even a 21-year-old, if you're over 35 and you're dating someone 21, to me, that's also almost kind of predatory because that 21-year-old probably doesn't have their own place to stay. 9 times out of 10, living with somebody, don't have a real good job where they can have a car or anything. So they're going to be dependent on you for most of everything. And I think people like that control. And that's why
I don't think they should be wrenching down to the high schools or down to the freshman college dorms, picking up people. But they do it. They've been doing it from the beginning of time. And
I know it's been going on for a while.
It's not right.
I feel like when you say stuff like this, it always comes back to bite you. Like Monique said, when you do clownery, the clown comes back to bite. I feel like maybe some lady in the past, or maybe a 16-year-old or a 15-year-old might come out and say that she was attacked, and then they're going to use this as evidence against DJ Academics because you out here wilding.
Yeah, because that he should know better than to say something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess not.
I guess it don't run in the family. So one of the last things that I wanted to talk about was Wendy's departure, the Wendy show's departure, and how they did Wendy. So Wendy's show actually officially canceled a few days ago. They didn't even have Wendy on there.
Wendy wasn't coming.
They didn't have her call in.
Wendy wasn't coming or calling in.
They throwing her stuff out. They cleaning out her office. They throwing them
I
wigs.
went down there. I didn't see no wigs and no chairs. I was trying to catch a wig.
That purple chair that she's sitting in, I think that they're throwing it away. I thought they would sell her stuff, but they're actually throwing it away.
I doubt if they're throwing it away because they're going to get some money for this.
Somebody probably is snatching it up and probably.
Yeah, they're going to get some money for that. That especially that purple chair, any of her trinkets, clothes. I want the thing that she was hypnotizing people with.
But if you saw her office was really junky. She had a lot of stuff.
Yeah, and I wondered, did she ever get a chance to take home her bubblegum wall? I think she did take that wall. The wall she was sticking all her chewed bubblegum on.
I'm pretty sure they got rid of that.
I think she took it home during the pandemic because I think I did see it there when she was doing the videos from her house.
That's kind of nasty.
It is, but that's her. That's like some quirky, thing that she does. But I think it was a tragedy. Like this was horrible. Like I feel like this is just like the end of an era. Like
yeah, and they're saying Wendy don't even leave the house no more. They say
she don't. She's depressed, and I blame Kelvin. And did you see how Kelvin tried to stick up for her? And, and this, that, and the third. Sir, it's your fault. It's your fault. I blame him and Serena.
She sticks up for him too, still to this day. Like she still sticks up for him.
That's the love of her life, and that's been her handler, her everything for years. And to have that, handler. Like no, he handled everything first to where she didn't really have to do anything. And when you put your whole life into someone like that, so they have that type of control, and then when it goes away. Because it didn't go away by her choice. Like she would always say, I'm Mrs. Hunter and I'm going to be Mrs. Hunter. I'm not going nowhere. You understand?
Right.
He went somewhere. So that is devastating to her. And imagine her mental and what she's dealing with talking about people. Because your job was to sit up there and talk about people and talk about people's business. So now that your business has gotten a little dirty and you got some dirty laundry, don't you think people are going, what the mental stress that she's going through? Mm-hmm. She probably thought he would never. Like, I know that he cheats. I allow him to cheat. Girl, I bought him and his whole, a condo so they could do their thing, but they got to keep it on the low because they can't embarrass me due to what I do for a living,
But let her tell it. She didn't know about it until social media.
Let me tell you, if she knows about everybody else, that's her story and she's sticking to it because she don't want to seem a fool. But this is Wendy Williams. She is in everybody else's business and she's naturally nosy. Like she said, she was nosy since a child. You know what I'm saying? Reading the Inquirer, reading all these at 8 years old, you sitting there thumbing through the Inquirer. And you're naturally nosy. And when it comes to your man, do you think she didn't know what he was doing? She knew every move that man was making.
Well, I believe her when she says that she didn't know.
I don't believe her. I believe she knew.
Well, she admitted that she didn't know that he bought a house.
She probably didn't know that he bought a house, but she knew about that woman. And you know what's hurtful is because I allowed you to have this. I allowed you to have this. And now you done went and made it permanent and got her pregnant. You know what I'm saying? Embarrassed me and did all. That's embarrassing. Especially, imagine this girl lady's mental. If I let my husband cheat and I tell him like, this is the ground rules. Don't bring back no baby. Don't go out in public. Y'all don't go on no vacations together. The girl was down to up there in the mountains when her son was sick off the K2 and he was going to get healed. The girl went with him. So you think she didn't know?
Well, I think she did know about the affair, but
She
she
knew
didn't know
about the affair. She knew about the
how.
girl. She probably co-signed. It's pictures of the girl and Wendy in the same club together with Kelvin. It's pictures. It's pictures of. She knew about this girl, but she didn't think that her husband. She trusted him enough to think that he wouldn't embarrass her. So she probably bugging out. She probably lost her mind. That's why I said I blame Kelvin and Serena.
But I feel like if you give somebody an inch, they'll take a mile. So I think this was a learning lesson for her and for Monique too, because she let her daddy, do what he want to do.
But this is beyond a learning lesson for Wendy. This is a life lesson because this has rocked her life. This has rocked her life.
And the show is officially over. Sherry's gonna start in September, so I know you're gonna be first in line to watch
Who's
Sherry.
watching that?
You gonna be watching Sherry.
Not I.
I know you're gonna be watching Sherry.
Not I.
I mean, her child might not be watching because it's gonna be hard to see your mom out there and not taking care of you. But
I will not be watching that double scoop ice cream. No, I will not. I refuse. Because I don't think Sherry is that interesting. I think she was just interesting when she was filling in for Wendy because it was Wendy's formula. That's why she was so. Anybody could have sat there under Wendy's formula and do it. But now you got to hold it down on your own. Now you got to come up with something new. Now you got to be entertaining. And girl, I don't think that's you. Boo.
I think she's good when she bounces off of other people. So maybe a panel show might be good for her.
I don't want to see her eyes or her breast.
But they said that, they was testing a lot of people out. So they said Sherry had the best ratings and she would fit the mold a little bit better.
Because she was likable. She was the big titty friend that comes around and giggles. You know what I'm saying? So she was likable because we thought you were just sitting in and filling in for Wendy. You know what I'm saying? You're filling in. So we like, yeah, come fill in until Wendy gets back. We like you, girl. You know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing. Wait, replacing her? Oh, no. You know what I'm saying? No, that's a whole nother ball game, and we don't like it.
I mean, it wasn't her fault. Wendy was going downhill, so
she knew what she was doing when she came over there, batting them big eyes, waving them breasts around. She knew what she was up to.
She was waving them around.
She can't help but wave them around.
Well, she's also on This Nation, so I don't know if she's gonna do both or not. I think she's just gonna stop one and then do.
She's gonna quit everything because this job got her laid out. You know what I'm saying? To get canceled.
But I don't think she's making Wendy money just yet. I think she's
not gonna even make. I foresee just one season.
We'll see how it goes. I know you're gonna be first one in line.
No, I'm not watching at all. I didn't even watch the last final show.
So this is the last story. We're gonna have to talk about.
Oh no, we got one more after that. We got the Carry On, and Kirk Franklin.
Oh, okay. So this story just came out today. Caesar from Black Ink has been caught on video abusing a dog. I guess it's his dog, but he was kicking the dog and he was hitting the dog with a chair.
Oh my God.
So Donna is speaking out on this because her and Caesar is not getting along. So
when are they
ever since he fired her. But like I said in our conversations, that Donna, I like her sometimes, but a lot of times she be on that on that BS. So Donna writes, if you can treat a dog like this, it shows how sick of a person you truly are. I don't even get into the life of this man, but the video made me upset. Anyone who knows me knows I love animals, especially dogs. Even after he beat up his daughter, VH1, Viacom, and the new Black Ink crew producers tried to protect Caesar and even make conflicted storylines about my relationship to do it. She's talking about...
She's trying to say that she wasn't abusing.
When they were saying basically that she was abusing Alex.
That Alex was a battered man.
Yeah.
Well, Donna, that was your fault that Alex looked like a battered man because he did. I want to wink if you were right, because He did look scared. When she ran down and was like, what you telling them?
I don't even know if y'all can see this really well, but this is the video of him smacking a dog and kicking a dog.
I don't want to see it.
But yeah,
I love animals, and and if he beat a dog, like I can't even believe he's a Gemini.
I don't mean to laugh at that, but y'all remember when that story came out that he put hands and feet on his daughter. He knocked the door down while she was in the shower, I believe.
Yeah,
punching her while she was in the shower,
allegedly.
So I kind of believe the daughter, but the daughter is problematic too because she has a lot of mouth.
Yeah,
like Sierra's daughter from Love and Hip Hop. You remember when Sierra's daughter got into that fight? Well,
yeah.
A parent came and fought her in the bathroom at the school. That was a real ghetto. That was all over the news. That was all over. But so this story just came out, so I really don't know if it's gonna affect him or not because he always.
It probably will because people don't like to mess around with animals, and you know, and that Viacom and all them things that's ran by the persuasions, they don't like you messing with no animals. Now you could kill somebody, and you could be man and slaughtering like humans. But when it comes to animals, it's a whole nother ball game. You will not do that to the animals.
And you also wanted to talk about the interview that Kurt Franklin did with, I think it was the Breakfast Club.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on
animals? See, my cat came downstairs. My cat did not like what she was hearing.
What did you think of the interview?
I thought the interview was quite strange. It left me questioning, it left me saying, should we be alarmed that this man is out on the streets? Because Kurt, you ain't making it good for him because the way that interview, from what I took from the interview, hide your kids, hide your wives, because Carry-On is loose and he ain't got all his screws. And he may do things under the guise of cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo.
Is he out on bond or is he still in jail?
He's out. They said he's out on bond or whatever. So I'm like, should he be out the way his father was talking? Like, what did he do?
The courts let murderers free every day.
Every day, yes.
It's about money. If you have the money to get good lawyers, you could probably get a good defense, or you could get a lighter sentence. Also, it's about complexion for the protection. So a lot of clear people come in and out of court knowing good and well. I can name so many. The guy who went and killed them people at the BLM protests walked away scot-free. So it's not like we're not any safer, because the court system is what it is. It doesn't really protect us, to me, all that much. It's set up to protect certain people. I don't think it is to protect everyone.
No, the court system was designed specifically to protect certain people. But the way his father was speaking,
I think once again, if y'all go ahead and listen to that interview that Kurt Franklin did. What I took from it was basically he was saying, without saying, that the family always knew that it was something wrong with Carry-On, but we're Christians, so we're gonna pray it away, and it's supposed to go away, and it never got better. And
right, but the way, and also he said, like, the way he was alluding, like whatever was done was because of his son's mental illness. He was alluding to the fact that something was done, and that, but don't blame him, blame his mental illness, and blame me for not doing what I should have done when he was younger, because like you said, we were, prayed away, when we should have took action. We didn't take action. So everything that's happening to him now and the things that he's doing now is not completely his fault. That's what I was getting. So it left me the question, what did he do? What was done?
Well, y'all know that he was accused of, there's this missing woman. He was found with her car and he was found with the gun.
Right.
And that you got to explain that. The lady's missing. You have her car. You I mean, how did that happen? She didn't just give it to you.
Right. And so, but with your father getting there, like, well, and the way he was talking and what it sounds like this boy is guilty and he just crazy and that, he needs help. Like it sound that's the way he was sounding to me.
It was definitely incriminating to me.
Yeah, very much so, because I watched the ID channel and he looked like he'd be a witness on the stand. They're gonna call him first.
I found it, so let's play a clip from the video of the interview. Am I muted?
Okay.
And the reason I'm asking, because there's a lot of parents out there that have the same similar situation.
Yeah. We historically have tried to keep our journey with our son in the state a private family.
Right.
We I love my son, and we've been here for many years, and I've done everything that I could to try to help him for many years. My son is a very talented, beautiful soul, and the way that he was wired is not necessarily his fault. Some of us are born with very unique wiring, and a lot of times in our community, it is hard for us to acknowledge certain wiring. We want to think it's something else. We see people outside of our community; they're very quick to lean towards science and medicine and information, right? Not our community, right? We sometimes expect there to be some other type of thing. Is because we're so distrusting with the medical system, with the healthcare system, with science and with systems. We historically, when it comes to systems, are very distrusting of systems, and so we have had to walk through many layers historically with our son. My son recently was incarcerated, right? And so we knew we've been watching it for years. I mean, this is my boy. I know my son, and I've known everything. And so right now, I am proud of him. Is because I think that we are probably trying to address some of those things, and I have to realize, Envy, that he may never be able to understand the gravity of what he did.
So at the very end, he said he may not be able to understand the gravity of what he did. So is that him admitting that, he basically killed this woman?
Right. This is what I'm saying. The gravity of what he did, and he may not never understand. That is very incriminating. It seems like they're trying to set up insanity plea. That's what it's giving me. Like when he go back, they're gonna play that basically he's crazy, he's been crazy, and that is our fault. We throw ourselves on the mercy of the court because we never got him help.
But also, mental illness works for some people, and it doesn't work as a defense for others.
Right.
We could say mental illness all day, but we still gonna get life, or 30, 40 years. But not saying that I wish him the worst, but I hope they find out what happens, as far as the missing woman. That's a lot.
But didn't you say this woman is murdered?
She was found. Oh, I forgot. She wasn't missing. She was missing at one point, but she was found murdered. She was found murdered, and he was driving her car.
Yeah, and this is like even watching him on that Bad Boys Club, like because after the story came out about this woman, it was just really cringy watching him because even the way he would interact and like, don't play with me, like y'all don't know what I like. Whoa, what you better not play with him. Like y'all worried about Jonathan Worry about karaoke.
Yeah, I think he's the type of person that'll snap at any moment. I think certain things might set him off.
Yeah, but
So-
he's calculating. You
Mhm.
could tell by his eyes, because I watch people's eyes and I watch their body language. He's very calculating. He's not going to come head first, because he's going to come head first like a cabbage. In the work, he's going to come head first. He's going to sit back and plot and plan to get you when you're not looking. That's what I'm saying. So he's very thought out. He's going to plan to get you. He's going to come at you like in a rage, because in a rage, you probably could be able to defend yourself, and he's going to catch you off guard. So who knows if what he did to this woman, or if he allegedly, whatever happened. But
I hope they work it out.
Yeah, this is sad. I hope they find out and get to the bottom of what happened.
We're gonna keep y'all updated. But on a side note, y'all know Mercedes from P Valley. Tell me why, Brandy.
Stop, because I feel like Mercedes right now, because my shoulder is messed up. My shoulder messed.
Do you remember she had a show? I believe it was on We TV. It was like Bring It. It was like DD4L. She was the dance coach, and she had her own team, and she was teaching them how to dance. I'm gonna send you this clip. I forgot about this show. This show is so old. I don't know if you can see my screen, but this is her show. And I remember this show because I remember watching it. But this was years ago. She had that short little hair.
It's not the one with the double dutching girls.
This is the one who plays Mercedes.
Right.
She had a show. It was like Bring It before Bring It came out. This was way before Bring It came out.
Oh, wow. I probably...
Let me see. The name of the show was called Dance Crash, I believe. It was on OWN.
No, I probably didn't see it, because if it came out before Bring It.
This is Mercedes right here. This is Mercedes.
So she really have a dance team. So
she had like a dancing dolls team. And the show,
wow, no, I didn't see it. I probably was down to the bar.
She's been a professional dancer. She's always been training kids. And somebody posted that clip. I said, I remember that show.
I didn't record that show. I gotta check it out.
That was a long time ago. But y'all go ahead and leave y'all comments on the replay. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Please share our videos. Just post it. Any way you want to post it, go ahead and post it. You have my permission.
Right. Let it loose.
Let it loose. Mace, do you have anything to say before we close?
All I want people to do is release Stay Wiggle. Release Stay Wiggle.
I'm ready for the video to come out.
Right. That's what I want to see. I want to see the video. I want to see the clothes. I want to see how her hair looking, what she's doing. Is she gonna try to look like me again? I want to see all this. Like, I'm ready.
Also, Friday, we're going to be back here on this channel. We are reviewing Basketball Wives on Friday, 9:30 with Nola. So catch us on Friday night. Don't forget about us. So we are going to head to bed for tonight, but y'all be safe. And we will see y'all on Friday at 9:30 Eastern.
Good night.
Y'all have a good one.
Hey guys, hope you're having a good time. By the way, don't forget, hit that like button. And if you're liking, you might as well subscribe. And drop a comment below. Come on guys, let's get into it.